Buffalo Bills on the road tonight playing the Houston Texans. The line's -5.5. The total is 43.5. Art, Joe, and I are going to take that game apart, plus a whole lot more on the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to comment. Art, Joe, how are you guys? Joe, we'll start with you first today, as you normally just sit there and shake your head.
Good, Prez.
Okay, there we go. I had another winning night with my clients last night. How about you?
That's impressive. That's impressive. Oh. Yeah. One of our NBA games were good in college and ready for a Thursday night football game here, college and NFL.
Well, let's start with where the money is going, and then we'll get into the Bills and the Texans. Art, let's leave the Bulls and the Texans component of where the money is going later on. Steelers and Bears, Vikings and Pack, welcome to the show. How are those two games being bet?
So Bears right now are 2.5. We took Steeler money at 3. Total really hasn't budged, 45. So, I mean, right now it's probably 60-40, Steeler to Bear money. Vikings, Green Bay, very interesting. This has pretty much been 6.5 from our opener. The total is what has really gotten bet down from 43 to 41. We had mentioned I think Minnesota might be the move here in this game. We have yet to see anyone want to come and take a position on that. But we know with Green Bay sitting at 6.5 in that range, they're going to be very popular in the money lines and very popular in the teasers. So we'll probably be big Viking fans come kickoff.
You think, Art, I mean, Aaron Rodgers says he hopes to practice either today or tomorrow. They haven't ruled him out, but what are we thinking? If he's in, are we getting any big move? If he's out, are we getting any big move?
I don't think there's a difference. Yeah. I know this is crazy, but I think now it'd be interesting to see how the market reacts to it. We don't think here at the Westgate in the back room, we don't think there's a difference. Now, the market's going to dictate that, and our sharp bettors are going to dictate what happens if he gets ruled in or out, and we might just have to move with that. But for us, we're treating them almost as equals.
Art, we'll get back to the Bills and Texans, but let's go into college football. Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, New Mexico Air Force, and Louisville at SMU. Where's the money going in these three games?
Yeah, Pitt and Georgia Tech, very underrated game, big game. Georgia Tech -2.5 at home. This is actually seeing really good two-way action. It's been bouncing back and forth from 2.5 to 3. Total of 62. Public's going to bet this game over. They've already started to creep betting the over a little bit here, so I think that's going to shoot up. New Mexico at Air Force. The sharps laid 2.5. It's now 3.5. The total has come down a little bit as well. 58.5, 57.5, that's kind of been shooting down. And then this Louisville SMU game, SMU is a 2.5-point home favorite. Sharps took 3 with Louisville. Really nothing to speak of on the total. 52.5, it's pretty much been that all week.
Art, I mean, I think the Air Force game is Air Force won't have its starting quarterback. I could still see the money keep coming in on New Mexico. I mean, they've hit them what now through the key number 3 and 3.5.
100%. Initial was 2.5, wow. 3, and listen. Once we get to 4.5, I mean, we're starting to talk dead numbers as we always talk about. We're going to get to a point where how high can you get on a game, because we even look at 4 as a dead number. I know there are people who don't, but for us, when you're looking at 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, those are dead numbers. Yep. College games are usually not tight. It's usually a blowout one way or the other. So when you're booking a college game, it's way different than when you're booking an NFL game.
Yep.
Yeah. Art DiCesare with us, Sportsbook Westgate. You're the risk advisor. Art, we got 3 college football games tonight, a slate of NBA and a slate of college basketball and NHL. Anything we need to know about any of those before we attack Thursday night football?
I can give you some college basketball sharp stuff I've seen in the morning. Tennessee and Tennessee State, they've bet that total up from 152 to 157.5. They bet Texas Tech -9, -10. They're now 11. playing Wake in the Bahamas, and they took the under in the Indiana game. Under 161. We're now 157.5 on that game.
There we go. Let's get into it. Thursday night football, the Bills and the Texans. And we're now seeing -5.5 pretty much across the board, according to Odds Logic. 64% of the tickets written on Buffalo, 74% of the money, and a ton of action coming in on the under. Is that what you're seeing at the Westgate?
100%. We took sharp money on 6 this morning. We went to 5.5. For us, we didn't take any sharp money on the total. We just moved with the market. We were 44.5 when I came in this morning. We're now 43.5.
Joe, how do you attack this game?
I mean, Art, here we are back in dead numbers now, right? So 5.5. It's like, okay, so we're basically thinking it's a field goal game with the situation. I don't know. I'm still trying to come up with how we're getting 44 or more points here. I'm having a hard time calculating it because we talked about it yesterday, Art. This line with look ahead was 2.5, 3. It doubled. But the total didn't do anything. The total stayed at 43.5. So where the hell are the points coming from? I'm having a hard time coming up. It feels like a 21-13 kind of game, and I don't think we get anywhere near 44 points in this one.
I'm with you, and we talked yesterday how 44.5 felt really high. And obviously, you come in this morning, you see, okay, it's already a point lower. Does it go any lower? I'm with you. I don't really know what to think of the side either way. We know for us, Buffalo is going to be very popular in moneyline parlays and teasers to start everyone's parlays off for the weekend. So we know we'll probably need the Texans in the game. But I'm with you, Joe. I think the under is the move.
Yeah, I'm not with either of you guys. I understand that you're saying that based on two things. One, Houston's defense, and two, Houston's lack of scoring. I'll counter that with the fact that Buffalo just put up 44 themselves against Tampa Bay. They've scored 28 or more, 7 of their last 10 games. This is a team that regularly gets over 30 themselves. They're not going to be playing in bad weather. It's not going to be super windy. And I understand Houston's defense is good, but I mean, who's going to hold this Buffalo team down? Tennessee put up 13 on Houston. Tennessee putting up 13 feels like Buffalo putting up 50. Jacksonville put up 29 on Houston. Denver put up 18. That feels like Detroit putting up 70 to me. I know that Houston's defense is good, guys, but I feel like that total is low. I would prefer the over. So should we bet an eyebrow?
Listen, Prez, the fact that you even brought that up, that you think 6 touchdowns in Orchard Park in the weather has anything to do with this week's game, it's got squat to do. But you know what? The market, I got news for you. They're going to think exactly that. 44 points. Oh, my God, they're going to drop 40 points. How are they not going to score indoors? You know how they're not going to score indoors? Josh Allen keeps turning the damn ball over, and they can't run the ball anymore. And who's he throwing to, by the way? Who exactly is he going to beat in that secondary? I think it's a nightmare waiting for happen for Buffalo here. They might actually have a chance of losing this game outright, which is why I think the under is the only way to look in this one. Even the team total. If you want to fade Houston's team total, I get it, even against Buffalo's defense, but nothing screams wild shootout here. No way.
You're right. Nothing screams wild shootout. Nobody is suggesting that Buffalo puts up 44 this week, but 43.5 is
How many did they put up? What's their team total?
Well, I didn't look, but if you want me to guess a score on this game, I will guess.
I'll get it for it. Yeah,
27-21. No, too many touchdowns.
24.5.
I would take that's a very fair number. I would not go over or under. I think that's a very legit number. But hey, Joe, if I was so high on the over in this game, I wouldn't have said a word and just released it to my clients. I prefer the over. I ain't betting the over.
No.
So I'm taking it you
too
like
tough.
Houston here. You like Houston here plus the points?
Well, Houston's team total, Art, is 20 and a half. 20. Where?
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
I would rather go under Houston, Art. Give me the Houston team total under. I don't see him scoring 3 touchdowns.
I agree. Yeah.
Nope.
I agree with that, Joe. I don't think they're getting 3 touchdowns either. So I agree with that. Art, anything on the side? I know you like the under.
Nah, I mean, I guess I would lean the home dog, but I don't love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have the points than lay them. I agree.
Okay, there we go. That's our take on the Bills and the Texans. So parlay of the day did not go well at all yesterday.
Oof.
Something about hockey, Art.
Those Oilers, man, they are a banned team for the rest of time. Listen, Prez, not like your leg hit anyway, but
No,
horrible. That's not here nor there.
Hey, I didn't blame you. I said something about hockey, Art.
Man,
we are going to create a hell no list here on Parlay of the Day teams. From now on, there are going to be certain teams added to that. Hell no, we are not allowed to bet them unless we're fading them. That's the only way we are allowed to mention them.
So we should start every show with who's on our hell no list. Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm going counterintuitive here. Toronto Maple Leafs 16-4 to the over. I'm playing the under. What is wrong with the under in the Leaf game? How is that a homo play?
I love it.
What
Prez,
what is the problem with the college football? College football. UNLV on the money line. Screw you both. But there you go, guys. I gave you an extra play, the under.
There you go. You got an extra play
in the Leaf game. That was a bonus. I did that purposely. Okay, UNLV on the money line. What do you got, Art?
I'm going to give you Tennessee on the money line. I think they go into the swamp and kick the Gators.
Oh, that's impressive. I kind of like the way that's that you're looking at that, Art. All right, I am going to go, since you guys are going to make things difficult. I think Oregon on the money line. I think Oregon beats USC at home. Let's keep it simple. Got to win it to be in it, right? I'll take Oregon to win on the money line.
There we go. Yes, we got that segment done. Art, you can go back to work now. I'm glad you had a smile on your face. You enjoyed your time with us.
Oh, boy. Be good, Art. Thanks. Appreciate it, Art. Thanks for leaving me, as always.
Yeah, we'll see Art DiCesare tomorrow. Great way to start the day, Joe. I don't think we've ever got through that Thursday college football parlay correctly.
Nope.
And I think it's me every time.
And you always started off with the wrong play. You don't even pick the right sport. And I just wait to see Art's reaction. Absolutely priceless. Unreal. Yep.
That's brother, good. It's time for some business. Let's go.
Oh, no. Let's get to the business, people.
Joe, I'm freaking rolling right now, brother. 9-2 since Tuesday. That's right. I've won 9 games, lost 2 games. I'm rolling in every sport. I won my last 2 college basketball games. I am on an 8-3 NBA run. I am dominating NHL of late. And I'm excited about my NFL. I got a lot going right now, dude. And tonight alone, Thursday night, I got 2 NHL games, 1 college football, 1 NFL. My NFL is a parlay bet. I got an NBA. I got so much going on. It's ridiculous. And this Sunday, I got 2 NFL ATS bets, which is about as rare as it gets. And I know you've got a lot going on, too. We've got a great promo up, and it's going to run out. Only a few more days left. It's $99 for 10 days. That's under $10 a day. $99 for 10 days. You get all my plays, and I am in freaking rhythm. With that said, Joe Raineri is too. He's up in every single sport going on currently right now, except hockey, because he doesn't have any balls to do it yet. You want to take over, Joe?
No, I'm laughing here, Brad, because has nothing to do with balls, although we've learned a lot about your fascination with balls this week. It's time It's literally time. So yes, but there will come a time where we'll get back on the Panther. By the way, the Panthers are losing guys in barbecue accidents now. Like, what in the world?
Still winning.
It's still like, what is going on with the Florida Panthers? Like, Jesus, light some sage or something there. Prez still got that 5% college football max bet up and available at WagerTalk. I'm just loading up the rest of the NFL card. I got a big college basketball card here tonight, and it looks like once I can confirm here in the NBA with one team what's going on, I will fire away. Now 21-8 on the season in the NBA, Prez. So yeah, we are rolling right now.
Yeah. Guys, use that promo code. There's no code. Just head over to Joe or my web page over at WagerTalk.com. $99 for 10 days. Check it out. Joe, let's get into it, man. We're going on to the clock. We got college football bets, NHL rundown, hoops rundown, and we're going to end the show with the mailbag segment. Joe, I got 2 college football bets. Cue the clock, and let's get straight into it. Boom. Temple. Plus 8.5 versus Tulane. This is a classic spot where the schedule makers handed the home dog a massive advantage. Yes, Temple has had 2 full weeks to prepare for this game. They've been sitting at home, resting, getting healthy, and stewing on a 52-6 beatdown Tulane put on them last year. This is a massive revenge spot with a huge preparation edge. On the flip side, look at Tulane. They are running on fumes. This is their 3rd road game in 4 weeks. That travel takes its toll, and it shows up on the injury report as they have 12 players listed as questionable. Temple is 7-3 against the spread this year. Let's not overthink it. They win this game. They're bowl eligible. Take Temple plus 8.5. As for our next game, a sexy one at that, USC going into Oregon. And I like the Oregon team total over 34.5 points. Yes, that's right. 7 touchdowns get us there. And this game screams points. Let's look at the history. The last 10 meetings between these 2 schools, this game has produced at least 54 points in every single game. 8 of those 10 went over 60. But here's why I'm isolating Oregon specifically. USC, the bottom line is over the last 3 games, the Trojans are giving up nearly 170 rushing yards per game. Oregon's going to be able to run the ball down this team's throat. The USC front 7 are simply getting pushed around. Oregon's offense ranks number 1 in the entire country in yards per rush, averaging over 6 a play. They are going to get over 40 in this game. Take Oregon Ducks over 34.5 points. Joe, what are your 2?
Perez, I like that. As a matter of fact, I'm betting that right now. All right, a couple of college football plays I'm on this week. And yes, this team should very well be on the hell no list. But Florida State is on the road taking on NC State. And the reality is, listen, Florida State is a much better team than North Carolina State. They are a hot mess. North Carolina State's defense is atrocious. But Florida State can't win a damn game on the road, which makes them impossible to want to back here. Even though all of my numbers favor Florida State by close to double digits in this game, I can't do it. I mean, 3 road losses in games in which they have outplayed everybody on the road, only in losing efforts, because it's got to be mental at this particular point in time. But what I will do is back the over in this game here, Prez, because if it's the one thing NC State can do, is they got a pretty good offense, and they will be at home here. I got no problem looking at the over in that one there. Florida State just can't win on the road. The other games, I'm going to go out west because I think this number is a little light here with Fresno State at home taking on Utah State. Fresno State right now playing some great football. Defensively, they're playing well. We know they can score, and now they've got an opportunity here in their home finale maybe with a shot at a Mountain West title game. Meanwhile, Utah State is worse than Florida State. They've lost 7 straight on the road. They got a home finale against Boise State coming up next week. But yeah, I like the defense here, Fresno State. I like the offense. It's rolling. It's a pick 'em price. Fresno -3 right now. I think Fresno State gets it done in a big way at home there, Prez.
Joe, let's keep going. NHL rundown, 12 freaking games on tap. I like Toronto, Joe, -110 against Columbus. I understand Toronto is a walking injury report, but I think they get it done tonight, and I like the under in that game. I prefer the under. I like Philadelphia against St. Louis. I think St. Louis is a really bad team and one that is having just problems everywhere, especially in the dressing room. -120 for Philadelphia. Montreal tonight, -135, coming off of a bad stretch, and Washington is in a bad spot. They're on a travel back-to-back, and they just played a tough game against Edmonton. I like the New York Islanders as a small dog against Detroit. The New York Islanders are a much better team than everyone anticipated, and I like the over in that game too. The number is 6. I think we get 7 goals. Florida is the bet here, -150 against New Jersey. You think Florida is injured? New Jersey is a mess as well. And regardless about who's injured on Florida, they just seem to get it done. -150 for the Panthers. And the over in the Edmonton-Tampa Bay game, Joe, look, I normally like to bet unders in Tampa Bay, but there is a few 6s out there. And unless Edmonton can find themselves a goaltender, this team can't get out of its own way. I got to believe we're going to get 7 in this one tonight. I like Vegas in Utah. Utah, I think, is obviously playing much better this year than last. But this is a team that is on a little bit of a negative slide, and I think Vegas is a bet-on team moving forward. Colorado just can't lose games, but I don't like this spot. I don't want to bet against the Rangers here. I'm going to actually pass on this hockey game. Ottawa playing Anaheim. I like the Ducks here as a small dog. San Jose playing the Kings. I like over 5.5 in this game. And I like over 6.5 in the Vancouver-Dallas game. Hoop rundown, all yours.
Did I hear the Blackhawks Kraken call there, Prez?
Oh, you didn't.
Okay.
I like Chicago.
Okay,
I like Chicago on the money line. This Chicago team is doing some good stuff.
I got to ask you, Prez, I was on the Kalshi marketplace the other day, and they had a really good price for Detroit to make the postseason, to make the playoffs. I think they're in the top spot right now.
Yeah,
Are they? Is that a mirage, or are we buying Detroit getting back to the postseason here?
You know, Joe, it's more a problem with how stacked that division is. Like you have Montreal is an up and coming team,
right?
So you've got Boston is rocking and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Florida, Tampa Bay, Detroit, Boston, Montreal, and I do believe Toronto, no matter how bad they start, is going to be in the thick of things.
Yep.
There are 6 teams right there that are all capable of making the playoffs, and Ottawa and Buffalo, believe it or not, are not far behind.
Really?
Well, Ottawa's missing Brady Tkachuk. Once he comes back, we saw what they did towards the end of last year. This is a team that's much better than their record. And Buffalo is making a little bit of noise. Everybody is kind of packed in there. I don't know, dude. I don't know about Detroit.
It's tough.
It's too tough a division.
Yep, it is. All right, Prez, let's go. NBA college basketball. We'll start with the Clippers and the Magic, struggling Clippers team. Obviously, they've got now a season-long 7-game road trip here that they are trying to get going on, but they're going to take on the Orlando Magic here. Second of a back-to-back for them. They had no problem winning last night. Looks like Jalen Suggs in the lineup for Orlando. This has got under written all over it. No reason to look any other way than that. The Hawks taking on the Spurs. No Wembanyama for San Antonio, but they are dealing with a couple of other cluster injuries there. Stephen Castle and a few others, but they still have De'Aaron Fox. Ricochet should be good to go, but he is questionable for the Hawks. I do like Atlanta here to bounce back in this one. Sixers and the Bucks. Sixers last night turned the ball over, 9,000 times, got smoked by Toronto. Good call by you, Prez, on the Raptors there. But they will have Paul George and Embiid back here tonight, so I do think a bounce back is in store. I don't know who can bet on Sacramento or Memphis with a straight face, so I won't do either because they're both horrific. But let's take a look at a couple of college basketball games here, Prez. And, of course, anytime the number one team is in the Bahamas taking on Memphis, you got to talk about them. Purdue laying 16 and a half right now. It did open up 14 and a half. They're at the Bahamar there in Nassau in the Bahamas, taking on Penny Hardaway in Memphis. And you want to care to guess how many returning players Memphis has? None. Zero, because that is what Penny Hardaway does. In the meantime, Purdue has one of the most experienced backcourts, which is why they're number one here. That trio of Brandon Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman-Renn, the best in the country. I think this has got blowout written all over it. Purdue will take no prisoners tonight, Prez. Look for them to roll this Memphis team.
Joseph, let's get to the mailbag section of the show. T-Bone Stobbs writes, a few books will offer -1 in hockey as opposed to the regulation line. Would you ever prefer a -1 bet for overtime protection? So basically, Joe, Carmine and I have been talking about this for a while now, this -1. And what it does, if you bet, you can bet a money line, say at -160. You could bet a 60 minute line at, say, even money. And then you could bet the -1, which would probably be around -110. Which one of those bets do you like the most? I hate the -1 bet. I hate that bet at such a high level. Now, I have not done the math, and I'm actually going to do a deep dive into the -1. But I do not like that bet. So many of these games end in 1. They're 3-2, 4-3. Almost every game is a 1-goal game. So you're basically constantly going to be pushing. I'd rather 70% of all games end in regulation this year. It's only going to get bigger. It's going to be 75% when all's said and done. I hate -1. I would much prefer you guys take the 60-minute line. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Prez, that number you gave me yesterday on the show was mind-numbing here, given the fact that, 30% of the games are going to overtime, and we're, a little over a month into the season right now here. And we're seeing a lot of overtime, a lot of 1-goal games. And we're also seeing, again, goalies being pulled with 3 minutes, 4 minutes to go.
Yeah,
I don't know what the sudden pushes early in the season. I don't know if the analytics have changed or what teams are trying to do, but it seems like there's a lot more desperation early in the season here with teams, and they're willing to take more risks and chances. I don't know how sustainable it is, but it is absurd, Prez. What is there any value in laying 1 if every game goes to 30% of the games are going to overtime and it's going to land one way or the other?
Yeah, all you're doing is pushing. You might as well kiss your sister. Richard writes his favorite pizza is John's Pizza in West Village in New York. 100-year-old brick oven. Shout out to John's Pizza.
Yes.
I've never had it.
Yep.
Have you had this?
No,
do you know about this pizza?
No, West Village in New York, no. But yeah, 100-year-old brick oven is, there's a certain taste to that you're not getting. You're not getting at Sbarro's in the mall, I'll tell you that.
Chip Guy writes, let's do a Survivor segment on Thursday. It would be great for the 5 of us still in. Yeah, no. That ship has sailed, man.
He's on the 49ers, though, I think he said. He's leaning for. I agree, by the way, Chip. I agree. If you have 49ers available, now this is the game to play it. Absolutely.
Yes. Do not take the Saints. Do not take the Saints.
No.
Joe, the definition of savage sarcasm, that's you.
Thank you.
You wanted to talk about somebody. What did you want to mention?
Well, no, there were a couple of comments here that I thought was interesting. What is it? Jidam Bidigan 1236 says you're spot on, Prez. Raineri's a real character, always fidgety, either making faces or just being uneasy while sitting still. He has never, ever looked relaxed. There's a certain bit of truth to that, but also, who do you think is producing this show live right now? How do you think that's wrong? Do you think these things are switching themselves? These graphics are popping up on them? Yeah, not happening here. So we're walking and chewing gum at a high rate here, which is why I look fidgety. Also, DT312 writes, I always wonder when people say, quote, this team is desperate, end quote, like Joe said yesterday about talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. He said, do they expect the team to magically play better because they need a win? By that logic, wouldn't a team that's 0-11 be desperate every week? Well, Kansas City has won the AFC West every year since 2016. They are 5-5, and they are, well, we're just to the Super Bowl a year ago. They are 0-5 in one-score games. Comparing Kansas City to an 0-11 team, thinking that is the same level of desperation, is a little bit ridiculous. Let's not compare apples to oranges here. You're talking about a Hall of Fame quarterback with multiple rings.
That
level of desperate is totally different than the Saints level of desperate.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, Joe.
Yep.
Kansas City was in a must-win game every time they were in the playoffs. Every single game in the playoffs is a must-win game. They have already demonstrated under the current regime, basically the current roster, with the same quarterback, that they love must-win games. They are at their best in must-win games.
Yep.
A team that's 0-11 is at their worst in must-win games because they've been playing one for about 7 straight games.
Yep.
Anyway,
I
agreed.
Agree. Yep.
Joe, two quick things. Jason wrote, because remember back where we had the Kelce segment where I told everybody that Bitcoin was going to tank by December? Well, Bitcoin, you remember I said that? Bitcoin is down to $88 US right now. There has been a huge pullback. I'll tell you guys flat out, I think Bitcoin is going to continue to drop for the next little while. What does that mean? Buy.
Yeah. It always has to drop, doesn't it, Prez, to reset it in order to go higher?
But
right?
It's not only about resetting it. Look at what Michael Slayer and Street and Strategy are doing right now, bro. I mean, he just bought 9,000 Bitcoin at 105 grand 10 days ago. Now it's at 88 grand. This is all good news in the long run for Bitcoin. Not bad news, good news.
Correct.
I would watch and wait for the next couple of weeks, and then I would jump right in. And Matt Bartley writes, hang a sign on the wall at a guitar shop. No stairway, no smoke on the water, no Oilers. I'd like to add, no Hotel California. What do you guys want to add to that list? Put it up in the comments section. Joe?
I like that.
Great freaking show, bro.
Boom. Let's go.
See you tomorrow.